In a small town, two children named Ally and Jig were inseparable friends. They did everything together, sharing secrets, laughter, and dreams. Their bond was as strong as glue, and they couldn't imagine life without each other. However, when Jig was promoted to the second standard, Ally's world was turned upside down. Her father received a job offer in a distant town, and the family had to move away. For 7 years, life took them on different paths, but they never forgot each other. They stayed connected through social media, sharing glimpses of their lives from afar. One day, Jig got accepted into a prestigious school, and to his surprise, Ally was there too. He recognized her instantly, her smile as radiant as ever. However, his joy was tinged with sorrow when he saw Ally cheering for a popular basketball player named Chris. During a conversation, Ally revealed she had liked Chris for 2 years. Jig's heart sank, as he had harbored feelings for Ally since childhood. Despite his own feelings, Jig decided to help Ally get closer to Chris. He became friends with Chris, learning everything about him, his likes, dislikes, and hobbies. Jig even introduced Ally to Chris, and soon they grew close. It pained Jig to see Ally with someone else, but he knew Chris was a great guy, perfect for her. While Ally was sporty and outgoing, Jig felt inadequate, being short and thin. As the school year went by, Ally and Chris's relationship blossomed. After the final exams, Ally confessed her feelings to Chris, and they began dating. Jig, though close to both of them, felt increasingly out of place. After the school year ended, Jig decided to transfer to a different school and cut off contact with them. The pain of seeing Ally with someone else was too much to bear. 3 years passed, and Jig transformed himself. He became taller, more muscular, and started playing basketball. One day, at the gym, he saw Ally again. She tried to talk to him, but he ignored her and walked away. Later, Jig accidentally ran into Chris, who confronted him about ghosting them. Chris revealed that after Jig left, Ally had been devastated. She had lost weight, become weak, and cried often. Chris had tried everything to cheer her up, but nothing worked. Ally had finally confessed to Chris that she realized she loved Jig all along and regretted taking him for granted. Hearing this, Jig was overwhelmed with emotion. He immediately went to find Ally, apologizing and confessing his love for her. They embraced, tears in their eyes, realizing how much they had missed each other. 3 years later, they stood together at the altar, with Chris giving a heartfelt speech at their wedding. He spoke of their journey, the challenges they faced, and the love that endured through time and distance. It was a day of joy, laughter, and love, a new beginning for Ally and Jig, who had finally found their way back to each other.